Okay, howdy folks. It is Tuesday, 28th of April, and we are fast approaching May. And everybody still dealing with the boogeyman that is the Chinese flu. I teased it a little bit earlier today. That's what they say in the TV movie business. A tease when you talk about something because you want somebody to tune in. So today's equipment, since I'm done with the ABCs of shaving, and that was enjoyable, but being that regimented sometimes gets to be a little bit a little too regimented. ADHD can't kick in, and I just can't say, oh, wait a minute, I think I want to use this today or that today or whatever, because now I'm trying to find ones with the letters and all. But it was interesting. The reason why I have a surprise brush is because one of the other posts about somebody talking about a pipe had me go look for my pipe, and then when I rooted through my drawer, then I found a brush that I had shoved in the drawer a long time ago because it was just out of the ordinary. So, and I found I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, so it kind of fell out of favor. So in order to free up room where I hang my brushes, it wound up in a drawer. So now it's back for a shave, and I'll show you guys. Razor for today is one of my double temples, older one. I think this is still what they call second generation because it doesn't have JMP. It has the harp in the middle, and all first generations have JMP. So, and initials in the shield there on the etching and all. So, not an expert on Philharmonicas, but I've done a fair amount of reading. And without much further ado, here it is, the big old honkin' F400 RazoRock brush. Just to give you an idea, side-by-side comparison, I think they do this on the web. I mean, there's enough lather in this brush that I could shave my face twice, which I'm going to do, 2 passes, which I always do. And I could shave my legs like 5 times. Now, if I did shave my legs, the person that designed this, because obviously the person that designed this had to be somebody that likes show tunes, probably maybe even a transvestite and a size queen, because this brush is huge. And if I did shave my legs, that person be going, hey, hey, you know, but I don't do that because it's too much work and it gets really itchy when it grows back. Not fun at all. So when never mind, I won't tell you that story. So any hoot. And then the aftershave is the almost empty little bottle of Aquavova. Always have that on hand. That's can't go wrong kind of piece of kit. And then the suds for today are one of my all-time stalwarts, Sella. I love my Sella. It's whenever I go for a long time without using it, it's always like, well, you go back, you use it, and then you say to yourself, do I really need all these other soaps? I mean, and this brush, Jesus Christ, look at this thing. I mean, it can really. And there's, like I said, you could, I mean, this is the kind of brush that Sasquatch would use. I mean, I'm as hairy as him. I'm half related. I'm like a second cousin to him, but my God. So, and it's almost, you know, it's just overkill. Now, if you was like a head shaver and you wanted to get enough lather that you could do your face and your head all at the same time, this right here is your thing. And I even had I told the wife, I said, here, put this in the shower and then you can, you know, make up, because she does shave her legs, thank God. And I said, put this in the shower and you can enjoy, you know, pick out the soaps that I have that you like, or get your own soaps. Because, you know, I might have cooties and she won't want to use my soap. But she doesn't do that. She just keeps a Pucko Williams shave soap in there, and then just rubs it on her legs, and that's good enough for her. So she's not high maintenance like I am when it comes to shave stuff. A little bit of a change up when actually got the husband is high maintenance and the wife isn't. So, but, well, So it's been a while since my 14's got any use, and since the cellar been used. So it's nice to remedy that and all when you got your go-tos. It's kind of like when you go on vacation. It's nice to see new places and go do new things and all, but then when you come back, it's also nice to know where everything's at and you're back home. Where the cops sit to shoot radar and what's around each corner and that kind of thing, and but good places to eat. Even though now we can't go out to eat, it's got to be drive-through, which is kind of getting on my nerves here. I think they're being a little too cautious. The more I read and the more I learn about all the stuff going on, I just think that certain parts of the country I think there was like 8 states that didn't even do anything. They didn't have anything mandatory. Everybody just kind of did it on their own and what they were comfortable with and used a little common sense. Of course, those states being out in the center of the country and like farm areas and farmers and all, they got a damn sight more common sense than like city folks and all. So, but they managed not to have any real issues and all, and they're doing just fine. You know, like we got the city, Baltimore, or I've got the city, Baltimore about half an hour away, give or take. Now we got the light rail, which is not a very big rail system, and it's not as heavily used as like New York. And in the city, now the city's had a bunch of cases, nowhere near like New York, New Jersey, or Detroit or anything. But hell, Baltimore's so ate up. And social distancing. Every other row home's abandoned. So you can stay 6 foot apart. So, work went reasonably well today. Hauling, crushing, run. Tried to teach one of the new guys how to run a rubber tire loader. I don't know, we'll see. Some things, sometimes when you teach somebody, you can tell, well, things just kind of come natural to them, or they're kind of intuitive and they figure things out, and that's a good thing. And then there's other times when you're teaching somebody and you just think to yourself, well, at least they're trying. So he was trying. Not sure Not sure whether he'll ever be comfortable in it. It can be intimidating, and if you do things wrong, well then you know, big things happen when you're running equipment, so you can flip the loader over on its side. You can damage the truck. You can have everybody point and laugh at you. Ha 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 ha. So a lot of people don't like that. So not very politically correct where I work at. There you go. You got people always ready to point out when you screw up and advertise it. And now, with cell phones, there's pictures and sometimes even videos of the screw-ups, which of course go faster than the speed of light all around. What used to take maybe even a day or a couple of days to get through the grapevine, now it's through the grapevine in about 5 minutes. You know, I thought if I ever had one of them old posters like they used to have during World War II, you know, loose lips sink ships, I'd put that up at the shop, because there'd be a lot of collaborators where I work at. Nobody can keep a secret. If you need to keep a secret, you're in the wrong place. It's not gonna happen. I mean, look at all this soap. It's a soap hog. So you wouldn't want to use this brush on your unobtainium soap that you can't get no more and that you love and you take out on special occasions and all. Because I've tried to put, because I bowl lather, I tried to put just, you know, the usual amount of soap in the bowl and lather it up. Well, it all gets disappeared. It gets sucked into all that brush like a vortex. It's like a black hole. So then if you want to squeeze it out with your hands, you can get it out. Or if you want to try to, you know, mash it into your face and try to get it to release the soap. But it's just so much soap. So that's why I use it with like my big bulk soaps or my inexpensive soaps like my Tabac and my Sala and that kind of stuff when I do use it. But haven't used it in a while. Just something different. So, if any of you guys are head shavers, like I said, that'd be the ticket. And it's got, you know, a nice feel. It's a decent brush. Nothing to complain about. Kind of like shooting a squirrel with a 10 gauge though. It's just way overkill. So on tap for tomorrow at work is going to be probably one of the dirt roads that we have washed out pretty good. So going to be going out there, hauling some stone out there with a grate all and doing a little bit of work. So I'll be back in the dump truck, listening to my talk radio, surfing the internet, and checking out your guys' pictures and videos and all. So And on tap for dinner tonight, I got, because the wife's not home, she's working, I got bratwurst and sauerkraut on the stove. Her maiden name was Schroeder growing up. Mother and father both German. And she got to where the smell of sauerkraut now is not her favorite smell. So, me on the other hand, growing up in a meat and potatoes Irish household, we didn't have sauerkraut all that often. Well, the Hungarian side, my mom would do sauerkraut every now and then. I think maybe Hungarians maybe do some of that. I don't know, but we had pierogies and, what you call it, poppy loaf. And, well, yeah, we had pork chops and sauerkraut. What am I saying? Pork chops and sauerkraut, not bratwurst. And, and then my dad would have liver and onions, so he was the one person in the house. Wasn't anybody fighting him over that. And he loves liver and onions, so my mom would make it every now and then. Stink up the whole house with that. So it's kind of like me and my sauerkraut. The old lady, she just turns her nose up. So I'm having bratwurst and sauerkraut, and she's having Chick-fil-A when she gets home. So I got to go pick up Chick-fil-A. So I guess I'll turn on the attic fan and try to get the smell of the sauerkraut out of the house. So it's not too strong when she opens up the door. It'd be the same kind of response, like if somebody in the neighbor had, well, a lot of you guys don't know, but maybe if your old neighbor had seafood, I'm gonna say, but here it would be steamed crabs on a summer day. Like the weekend, and then they put their trash out on Monday morning, and it's been good and hot, and you go over and you go near the trash can, and the smell of that, and you go, ugh, that's the kind of, she goes in the door and goes, ugh, kind of like if once people realize that I'm not really wearing a Halloween costume, ugh, oh, hey, how you doing, you know, that kind of thing. So, well, hope you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday and your weeks are going well. Nurse Dave, I think you're back on your shift and all in the command center, which I'm not really sure how much you're in command of out there, because you were saying it seems pretty chill, which is a good thing. And Dave in Kentucky is going to be maybe lighting some candles tonight, I guess, for his wife. So congratulations on that. And you got your get out of jail free card with the COVID-19. Honey, I was going to get you all kind of, I got ideas. God, I got ideas. But, you know, the lockdown, I couldn't get out and Amazon swamped, and what I wanted to get you, you can't get it special, and they don't have it on Amazon and that kind of stuff. You know, I'm sure you've probably already got that speech rehearsed and all. So maybe she'll be happy with what you got, and you won't be in the doghouse, I hope. And all, so away we go. It's 19 minutes. God, I'm rambling, but now that I'm not doing them every day, I don't feel bad rambling on too long. And you guys can tune out whenever you want. I mean, I'm not forcing you to watch to the end. It's not like you're going to get any kind of prize or anything other than maybe being able to sleep better. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you on the forum.